I was doing a lab experiment in chemistry class when I passed out and hit the floor. When I opened my eyes, my lab partner stood over me and said, "Dude, you just collapsed." I looked around confused because I had no idea what happened. The whole class was staring. My chemistry teacher, Mrs. Brewer, marched over with her fists tight. "Get up! You're disrupting my class with your attention-seeking behavior." But I passed out. I didn't do it on purpose. She didn't care, and that's when I knew she was hiding something. She slammed her notebook on the desk. "Principal's office. Now!" I stood up dizzy and walked out. Why did I pass out in her class? The next day, Mrs. Brewer set up another lab experiment, but halfway through, a kid 2 tables over dropped. Then his partner fainted. Then the girl next to me passed out on the lab table and knocked over a beaker. I knew something was very, very wrong. Suddenly, I felt extremely dizzy, and I knew if I didn't leave, I would collapse again. So I ran out of the classroom without even asking for permission. From a distance, I could see through the classroom window. 3 more kids had passed out. Mrs. Brewer stood at her desk, arms crossed, not moving or doing anything to help them. I saw the principal walking past me and ran to him. I pointed at the lab. "Kids are collapsing in Mrs. Brewer's class right now. You need to help them." He walked back with me, looked through the window, and rolled his eyes like I was being annoying. "This is that new TikTok trend. You're not gonna trick me. It's not a trend. This is serious." He put his hand up. "Stop fooling around and get back to class." He walked away and didn't even try to investigate what was going on. The next day, I walked into class wearing a face mask that covered my mouth and nose because I wanted to do everything I could to make sure I didn't pass out again. Mrs. Brewer was standing at the board writing when her body went limp, and this time she was the one to collapse and hit the floor. The class panicked. Someone called 911. Medics rushed in and carried her out. Finally, the principal ran into the classroom to investigate. He looked at her desk and saw a chemical bottle tipped over with liquid dripping onto the floor. He saw her notebook opened next to it. None of us knew what was going on, but when he read the pages of the notebook, he finally explained. She was poisoning the lab experiments to see what effect it would have on you guys. Every time one of you passed out, she logged it. Names, dates, dosages. The bottle that spilled on her desk was the same poison she'd been putting in our experiments. We weren't her students. We were her lab rats. But why would she do that? I asked. The principal shrugged. "I think she just hates her job."